That's helpful. So if you push this button right here, it'll basically hold the brake for you, so you don't have to keep your foot on the brake the whole time. I love that. That is the best feature probably in this SUV. And if you need to go, all you gotta do is just hit the gas a little bit, and there you go. Did I just call a Corolla a SUV? So welcome back to the channel, guys. I found a brand new model for Toyota. The name is old, but the lineup is new. So this is like a crossover.
It is.
It's a crossover. So check this out. I have Jeff here. He works at Jones Junction. He's been here for how long?
12 years.
12 years. So he can sell Toyota, Nissan, Hyundai, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. What else?
Kia, Subaru, and I got 3 used car stores.
3 used car stores. So if you're in the market, be sure to hit him up. I'm going to put his card right here in the video, so check him out, okay? Are you tired of driving a sedan, or you don't want to sacrifice fuel economy in an SUV? Well, Toyota now makes a Corolla Cross, which gives you the best of both worlds. This is actually new, and I must say it looks really, really good. Now I'm going to show you guys the interior and exterior, but let's go ahead and start with the window sticker. So let's take a look at the window sticker. This is the Corolla Cross XLE all-wheel drive, painted in Barcelona red with the parchment interior. Looks amazing. Can't wait to show it to you. And then here's a listing of the standard equipment. So this does have a 2-liter 4-cylinder and LED headlights, 8-inch touchscreen, all that good stuff. And then here are the only options that were selected for this particular one. So audio plus 8-inch touchscreen at $1,465, and here's everything that's going to come in there. The sunroof was the second most expensive option on here at $1,250. Then a few other things to protect the interior and then the outside. And destination came in at $1,215 with a total price of $32,227. Now starting off front, you do have full LED headlights and accent lights and turn signals, and down below you do have fog lights. I like how everybody's getting creative with fog lights now. They used to be big and bulky, now you almost can't even see them anymore. But overall, this one does have a really nice grille design too. It's like finished in gray, and it has like that gray accent around it too. Parking sensors are up front. It has some pretty good contemporary styling. And then off to the side, you do have like a plastic fender flare, and then down below you have a plastic trim piece. It looks really good. It gives it like that sporty, rugged look. And they did give it 18-inch wheels, Goodyear tires. And I like how they position the mirrors too. You also have those turn signals right there. This one does have a smart key system just for the front doors. This is how you would lock it, and then this is how you would unlock it. And this is not that big. If I have a chance, maybe I'll pull it up next to a Corolla so you can see, but I do like the trim piece up top here. I'm sure you can get some crossbars to carry things up top here. This one does have the sunroof. And then this is where you would fill up at. Now check out the back. I do like the fact that they gave it black emblems. It does give it that sporty appearance, and it does clean it up too. They have a painted trim piece down below to break up the plastic. It's a good idea. And that Barcelona red definitely did get pretty dark too as well. They do provide a windshield wiper in the rear, backup camera. And then check out your design down below here. I really like how they did all this. Definitely a lot of plastic pieces, and I do provide some mud guards too, front and rear. But overall, it does look really good, and it's pretty compact. I can't wait to see the back seat size to see how I'll fit, because I'm 6'1", so that's going to be important to me for sure. Now let's go ahead and take a look under the hood. Now check out what's under the hood. This is going to be a naturally aspirated 2-liter 4-cylinder. It's going to be good for 169 horsepower, 151 pound-feet of torque. It is mated to a CVT, which is a continuously variable transmission. And this one does have all-wheel drive. It does come standard with front-wheel drive, so just keep that in mind, and that will land you a little bit better fuel economy too. So overall, if I have a chance, I will take this out on the road for you guys today. Now, one thing I did not mention, this is the highest trim level you can get. So you're gonna have the leather seats, and man, this does look really nice. I like the accents, the two-tone, and even the leather wrap steering wheel is just a nice touch to the interior. Now, I will say, and I don't want to be too negative, but if you do have long legs, you have to be careful getting in and out of this, because this does protrude a little bit further into the interior. You do have power seats down below, and they do go up and down, and you can of course control the seat back and the lumbar support right here. But in the door, you do have a spot for like a water bottle and some storage. You do have automatic up and down front and rear windows. And then here's some other controls. This is for your mirrors. This is how you lock the windows from your kids. And let's see if this has a telescoping steering wheel. And it does. Now, stepping inside, this is a stylish interior. It doesn't feel like a cheap subcompact like they did, 5-10 years ago. This one does have premium sound system, so it has JBL. And check out this pretty big screen. I believe it's a 7-inch cluster. Push button start right here. Pretty cool. You have an 8-inch touchscreen on this side. But you have tons of safety features here on the steering wheel for your driving. You have your cruise control. That's how you control that audio. And same thing goes on this side. And then this is how you would control this screen. So let's check it out. So they have an eco area here. And that's everything that you can see there. And then this is going to be for your driving aids. You can disable some of these things too. Audio. And then this is for your trip. Tire pressure is shown here. And as this one has all-wheel drive, it'll show you how much power is going to each wheel. And then moving on, you can disable, as I mentioned, a lot of these safety features if you like. And then if you have any error messages, they would come here. I like how it shows the outside temperature, shows you how many miles it has. It does show the time. It does also show it on the screen too. So it's pretty convenient. Now on this side, you do have your lighting stock. And then on this side, you do have your windshield wiper stock for your front and rear windshield wipers. And I didn't show this to you, but you do have a control down below. Hopefully you guys can see it, to control the lights inside of there. You can see them dimming. And you have your automatic high beams. And then if you want to open the rear hatch, you push this button. You can open and close it by pushing that lower button. Hopefully you can see that. And let's go ahead and move on to this screen. So overall, I like how a lot of manufacturers, I didn't like this at first, but this seems to be the new norm, to put the screen high up. And I'm assuming it's for line of sight, so you don't look down versus, looking up where you can see out the window still. By the way, you do have an auto dimming mirror, and let me just show you these while we're up. So you have LED lights. I actually like the way they look too, pretty cool. And you do have some controls for the sunroof. And back to the screen, they do give you a spot here for your MPG. And let's go ahead, this is the home screen too, so you see your phone, your audio. If you hit menu, then it gives you another area here you can project onto the screen if you have Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. They have information, so for like eco and then vehicle alert history. So check engine light, headlight system, a lot of good stuff in there that you can check on. And if you're a geek and like to see all your MPGs and see how much money you're saving, there you go there. Now they do have a spot for audio. Okay. And then down below, you have your navigation. So the navigation app is not installed, so you have to check on the website to see how you can get that set up. So you have apps on this side, and then you have your phone. And down below, they do provide your climate controls.
I like that they don't put it in the screen.
And that's really convenient. I actually prefer to have buttons, and this is definitely really easy to learn. So you can, turn up the fan speed. You have dual climate control too, so you can have different temperatures on each side. And down from your climate, you do have your heated seats for both sides, front seats, and then you have a USB. This is a Type-C. And if you have a smartphone and you need to charge it, they do have a charging station with a on and off button down here. Here's your gear shifter. You do have a manual mode too, and you have traction control and auto stop start. Something that Toyota did fix. They did switch the spots for the plus and minus. They used to have it opposite, so I'm glad they changed that, because this is actually the right way to do it. Now you do have your parking brake. It is electronical, and you do have a hold function too. So if you're at a light, you can push this button and it will hold it for you, as opposed to keeping your foot down on the brake. 2 cup holders. Decent storage for the size of the vehicle with a little power plug. It's going to be 12 volts, 120 watts. And off to the side, this seat is going to be manually operated. And I mean, just take a look at this cabin. I mean, nice soft touch. They have some fake stitching, but it looks nice. And I like this like darker brown with this lighter color, cream color too. Looks good. And then here's your glove box. A lot of hard plastics too, I'll be honest. But you do have soft touch in the right spots. They do provide vanities on both sides with lights. One last thing to point out is this is how you open the fuel tank. Alrighty, so let's jump back here. So the pros and cons of subcompact and smaller vehicles is the rear seat. And this seat is pretty much comfortable where I would like it at. I'm going to put it in a different spot to see if I can still be comfortable up front. Luckily, you do have a telescoping steering wheel, so that will help a little bit. But check out your door. You do have a spot for a water bottle or even a small cup. And as I mentioned, you have automatic up and down windows out back as well. And nice soft touch here on the door. So even though this is tight, I can still sit back here. Now, 3 of me couldn't sit back here. We would be really upset. But nevertheless, you do have 2 cup holders and nice little armrests. They do give you air vents out back too. And LED lights in the rear. Let's see if these seats will recline here. They do give you a lever up top. We'll pull it. Yeah, and these do not actually recline, so this is the position that they're in, and it's pretty comfortable. Like I said, this is definitely smaller than like a RAV4. RAV4 is definitely going to be bigger than something like this, but the price point is a little bit better, and the size is probably better for some people too. Alright, so I moved the seat up just a little bit where I'd be comfortable at, and I have just enough space to be comfortable. You can probably now get 3 people back here my size comfortably. And I didn't notice this at first, but you do have 2 USBs, Type A and a Type C, down below your air vents right down there. I can show you the coverage for them. So you have 2 coverage for it. Now let's go ahead and check out how much junk you have in the trunk. So this is surprisingly decent for this size. If you're looking at sedans, what you gain in this is the height. So now you can get that small table at your house a lot easier. You don't have to go to U-Haul. And they do provide a subwoofer back here too. And I like the cover. That's something that really comes in handy. Now there isn't any storage under this floor. You just have a spare tire with little cubbies that you can put small things in. And a little bit of storage on the side here. And just a little bit more on this side. And if you want to put down the hatch, you can push the button, or if you pull down slightly on it, it will drop down for you. Alrighty, we're going to take this for a quick test drive. One thing I must say is I do miss these smaller cars because they're so nimble and easy to move around. And this actually has some really good views. Now, as you guys can see, I did drop those seats down. I didn't show it to you, but I will show you a small snippet of that. Overall, this is pretty quiet. And actually in front of me, I have a Nissan Kicks. Check that out. It's a Nissan Kicks. I almost wonder if this is probably the same size as that. But everything looks great. I like the interior color. Everything's really easy to get to. You need to get to your home screen or your audio. You know, everything's just positioned nicely. The buttons are spread out apart so you don't miss and hit a button by mistake. Something that people don't think about sometimes. Yeah, this is definitely pretty quiet for something this small. And for the most part, it has a nice get up and go. I mean, for a 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder, I mean, I feel like that's adequate. I mean, you're gonna get the gas miles. And if you do need to work in this small screen, it's very easy to see and kind of go through everything. You need to check your tire pressure. You can see right there the all-wheel drive where all the power's going. Brakes feel really good. I will let you guys listen to the sound system, but I don't want to get copyright infringed. But let me listen to it really quickly. Hold on one second. Sounds great. Not the best, obviously, but you know, hey, for this price range, not bad at all. Brakes feel really good. You don't need much to stop this thing either. The power. So you can kind of see that 100% of the power goes to the front wheels and probably about 50% or less goes to the rear. That's good. That's really good because, you know, as you know, that's going to reduce fuel economy if you're, you know, powering all 4 wheels. And if you're just giving it a little bit of gas, just a little bit goes to the front and nothing goes to the rear. That's really good engineering on Toyota's part because you're going to use less fuel. That's really good. So let me go ahead and make a U-turn here because, yeah, traffic is really bad today. So we're going to go ahead and head back. But yeah, guys, overall, this is a really good option. It's definitely a great car for someone who needs, you know, the space of an SUV but don't want to spend a lot of money at the pump. And this is even more important based off of how expensive fuel is today. So thanks again for watching. I hope it was helpful. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and I'll see you soon.